Welcome to those who are just joining us. We just started letting people in, so it's just going to be a few, maybe 2 or 3 minutes before we get started. And welcome to those who just joined us. We just started letting people in, so we're going to give it maybe one to 2 more minutes before we start this exhibitor webinar.
And then just so everybody knows, if you look at the, you want to type in your questions, do it through the chat feature. Elias is going to be keeping track of that for us.
And we're going to answer all of the questions at the very end. All right, are we ready to go, team?
Yeah, it looks like it's steady at the number. You're good, Iris. Go ahead.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to the first of many of the ISSA show exhibitor webinar series. This is a great way for our team to engage with you guys, let you know of all the exciting things that are happening with the show and all the important information you're going to need to be successful at this year's event in Las Vegas in November. So we have a packed schedule for everything that we want to go over today. But first and foremost, I want to introduce the team to you. I'm going to start. I am Iris Weinstein. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Sales. And I have been with the association for 17 years. And I'm going to pass it on to John now to introduce himself.
Hi, guys. I'm John Gephardt. I'm the sales manager for the show. This will be my 3rd year with Informa, and then my 3rd year also working on the ISSA show. So Iris's partner in crime, and then I'll pass it off to Elias, who's also on our sales team.
Hey guys, I look forward to meeting with all you guys this year. I'm the account executive. This will be my 2nd year on the show. So I really look forward to meeting you guys all this year for the 100th anniversary in Vegas. Who doesn't love to go there? And I'll pass it on to Jordan, our next team member.
Everyone, I'm Jordan. I'm the senior operations manager on the show. I've been with Informa for about 7 years, and I've been on the show this will be my 2nd show. So I look forward to working with everyone.
Thank you. And we will have other members of our team join us as the months go on. But I'm going to go back to our agenda so you kind of have a clear idea of what we're going to be going over today. The webinar should not last an hour, depending on how many questions and all the details. This will be recorded. We will have all the webinars located in the exhibitor portal, so you guys can go back at any time to review the information, or provide the information to team members who are not able to join us today. So we're going to go over information about the show, what to expect this year, some key dates, housing registration, show operation and logistics. We'll, of course, go over some sponsorship and advertising opportunities, innovation program, and then finally, I'm going to close it off with some of our global portfolio of events taking place this year. So I'm going to get started here. As you guys have registered, it is the ISSA Show North America taking place at a new location, the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas. The dates November 13th through the 16th. I did put the hours in here so you guys are familiar with the pattern of the week. Many of you guys are familiar with the fact that the 13th, which is Monday, will be Education Day. So education will take place from 9:30 until 5:30. At the very end of the day, everyone that did purchase the All Access Pass will get together and participate in a Cocktails and Conversations, which is a roundtable event where people are engaged and talking about industry topics that they've discussed throughout the day. And on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that will be trade show days. Trade show hours 10 to 5 on the first 2 days and 10 to 2 on the very last day. This year, we're expected to have about a 20% increase in our attendance from 22. We're looking at over 13,000 attendees, over 600 exhibitors, and over 100 education sessions. This year, we are celebrating, ISSA, the association, is celebrating its 100th anniversary. So there'll be some really exciting events taking place throughout the week to celebrate. I did put in here that the ISSA show has 75 years of history. As you guys may or may not know, ISSA started off as a distributor organization and started having events bringing the industry together 75 years ago. So we have a really long history of bringing everyone together, and we're excited for this year. A couple of things to expect for 23. You know, many people have asked us about Mandalay Bay and, you know, why are we going to Mandalay Bay? We've had all these years at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And I can tell you that being at the Mandalay Bay for several times in the last year, this is going to be more of a community feel where you're literally going to get off the elevator at Mandalay Bay Hotel and you're going to walk 3 to 5 minutes to the trade show floor. It's where everyone is going to be located, it all in one place. The other thing to note is that the trade show floor is all it's one trade show floor. You don't have to go outside. There isn't, you know, another building you have to walk to like you would at the Las Vegas Convention Center. So this is going to be a really nice treat for all of us. And we have a lot of room to expand and grow our show in future years. And I did put in here some trivia that the Mandalay Bay is the 9th largest convention center in North America. And it has more meeting space than you know, most convention centers. So we have a ton of opportunities at the Mandalay Bay. The next on our list is going to be housing. So exhibitors have had the opportunity since December to book housing with On Peak, who is our official housing vendor. We've been working with On Peak for over a decade now. And so I wanted to just update you on some new things with housing. Currently, we have Mandalay Bay, Delano, and Luxor in our housing block, and we will be adding in MGM, Park MGM, and New York, New York. So we are working on this right now. We will be updating everyone, I would say in the next week or two, on when those hotels will be available in the system. So we're really excited. This means that there'll be housing available for all attendees and exhibitors. There'll be a variety of price points. So that should not, prevent anyone from coming to the show. The next on our schedule is education. I talked about how education on Monday starts Monday. We are, if you guys haven't seen already, we are working on our call for proposals. Usually a lot of experts and consultants and industry professionals submit their education sessions in our portal. So, if you know of anyone, the deadline to submit your proposal is March 31st. And just to clarify, I want to make sure everyone knows that manufacturers who are looking to submit a proposal, you would work directly with the sales team. There is opportunities for thought leadership sessions taking place on the show floor. And so you'll be working with us directly. We talked about show attendance already. I wanted to showcase the exciting things that are happening on the show floor. One of the things that we're doing new this year is we are doing a show floor happy hour that will take place on Wednesday, November 15th from 3 to 5 p.m. You may recall last year we did an innovation happy hour. So we're taking that concept and we're expanding it. Exhibitors have the opportunity to purchase bar packages. So during that time from 3 to 5 on the 15th, you can have your own happy hour in your booth. You'll also be able to go to the innovation showcase and theater. You can, have a drink there. We'll also be doing some things in the ISSA experience booth, some awards given out in the Sustainability Hub sponsored by Sophie Dell. So there's a lot of things that we're working on for this happy hour. And then finally, I wanted to share with you that we have a new event this year. The Big Bash, a celebration of ISSA's centennial, will take place on Tuesday, November 14th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. This is going to be the biggest event outside of the trade show that we invite exhibitors and all attendees to participate in. If you guys know Hakkasan nightclub and at the MGM Hotel is a huge venue. We're expecting between 3,000 to 4,000 people coming to celebrate ISSA's centennial. So we're hoping that you guys will want to sponsor the event as well as purchase tickets to attend the event. All right, I'm going to pass it on to John to talk about key dates.
Sure, key dates, guys. So March 1st, your exhibitor and digital listings will go live. We say call for innovation entries. We've actually reached out to people, so feel free if you want to join innovation, email, and we'll say this multiple times. If you have any questions, sales@issashow.com. That is the best way to reach the sales team. But you can email us directly, but that's the best way to reach us. Also on March 1st, our sponsoring gallery will be available. And then we're going to open up ISSA attendee member registration. So that's attendee member registration, just a key date, not the exhibitor registration. In May, we'll send final exhibitor invoices. And then innovation, the program opens for access to the portal so you can upload your entry. June is when we're going to open attendee registration fully to everybody, not just the member base. And then we should have, Jordan will speak to this too, but we should have the exhibitor service manual. We're putting that in as a date right now. So be on the lookout for that. July, the innovation voting begins. And then exhibitor registration, where you guys can get your badges, will open up. And then the customer invites to the guest program should open up in that July timeframe also. In August, if you purchased a print ad or a listing or anything like that for the event guide this year, that's when that'll be due. And do not worry, we do send constant updates on this. So if you have any questions, if you do purchase that, we'll be more than happy to give you that deadline and help you out. And then October, November, GIA show partner deadlines, booth selection for 24 on site in Vegas. Still sorting through some of that, how exactly that's going to work. but those are some of the key dates to pay attention to. So really top of mind, March 1st. If you did purchase an upgraded listing, you can start upgrading and doing that then. And then also if you have an innovation entry, we'd love to hear from you and we'd love to get you signed up.
All right, thank you, John. I'm going to go over housing and registration. So I did that a little bit before, but I just wanted to show you, you know, this image here is what you're going to see when you go in to select your housing this year. There is a password, and the password is actually located in the exhibitor portal, so you'll be able to access it. I put in here the hotels. Now, if you have already gone through and booked your housing, but you need to make updates to it, you want to make any additions, you want to, you know, cancel any rooms and maybe book at a different hotel, you could absolutely do that. I put in a special housing request form. Please use this link if you've already made reservations and need to make any changes. We are uploading, working with our partners to upload our inventory. So the inventory that you may request is not going to be available through doing it on your own. So that's why you would use this form. Otherwise, just wait for a week or two and we're going to upload all of the new hotels in the inventory. Registration. I'm really excited to tell everyone that we are opening registration to ISSA members. Now, these are going to be distributors, wholesalers, contractors, and the end user in a few weeks. It will definitely open in March. We will make sure to let everyone know the exact date. What that means is that ISSA members will be able to register for either an expo only pass or an all access pass, and they can purchase tickets to the Big Bash. Once someone registers, they will receive a confirmation email with a housing link. So we are not opening housing to attendees to the public until we get people to register. And throughout the months, we are going to be able to tell you and give you updates on our registration for the show this year, which is really exciting. There are benefits to registering early. It'll be the earliest rates for the Big Bash tickets, for all access pass, and expo only for ISSA members. Remember, distributor, wholesalers, contractors, and the end user will be free through May 31st. So any questions about registration, you can absolutely ask. I'm gonna pass it to Jordan now to talk about show operations and logistics.
Hi, everyone. Here's the agenda of a few things that I'm gonna talk through operations-wise. And Iris, if you wanna go to the next slide, feel free. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a reminder to look out for any unsolicited emails. So any email that you receive from a vendor or one of our partners should have our official vendor and logo partner, as you see on the screen. All housing should go through OnPeak only. So please don't book through any third parties. It should only go through OnPeak. Also, we do not sell our attendee list. So please ignore any emails that you receive about attendee list rentals. We do not sell those. So just a reminder. Next slide, please, Iris. In your original confirmation email, you should have received a link to the portal along with your exhibitor ID and password. And those two things will be able to allow you to log into the exhibitor portal. Once you log into the exhibitor portal, you're going to see several different tiles. The first one being exhibitor checklist. In this tile, you're going to find a few important documents such as the booth construction guidelines, and right now we have the estimated cost sheet in there since we don't have our vendor forms available yet. Vendor forms will be available in your checklist when the exhibitor service manual goes live, which should be in June, but I'm trying to get it ready in May. So hopefully it will be ready early for you guys. We will also have an unofficial vendor list that you can reference in the service manual that will list out what each vendor is responsible for. And just to go over a couple of key vendors for this year. So GES is going to be our general service contractor again. I did want to point out one thing that's different from last year in Chicago is that all electrical needs are going to go through the exclusive vendor at Mandalay Bay, which is Edlin. So that's something to look out for, and that's going to be different this year, but I'll have all of that information in the service manual when it comes out in May. And then one other thing I wanted to go through are the meeting room options that we have this year. So another tile that you're going to see on the main page of the portal is the meeting rooms tile down at the bottom. We have 3 different meeting space options for this year. The first one would be a meeting hub, which we've done in the past, and that's essentially a built out hard wall room on the show floor that you can host meetings in during show hours. So if you're interested in doing a meeting hub, please feel free to reach out to your sales rep. They can give you more information and pricing on that. And then the other 2 options we have a meeting room at the convention center or a meeting room at a hotel, which would be considered a hospitality meeting room. So in the portal under that meeting room icon, that's where you'll click in, and we have forms for both if you want a meeting room at the convention center or if you want a meeting room at the hotel, and you'll just fill out that form. It'll go directly to show management, and then we'll reach out to you from there with more information. And with that, I will kick it off to John.
Perfect. Jordan, we did have one question about the booth construction guidelines. Are you going to post that in the portal soon, or do we have that in there already?
So they're already in there under exhibitor checklist. We have the booth construction guidelines and then the estimated cost sheet.
Perfect. Yep. That was the question.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So I'm going to go through kind of upgraded listings and the planner, and then also the sponsorship piece. And I know Iris will chime in to help me out, but basically the ISSA planner site, like I said, will be live again March 1st. R3 will again be our digital presenting sponsor. So it'll look similar to this, just with all the updated information for Vegas and all that. So next slide, Iris. So basically, guys, on March 1st, you can upgrade. If you did upgrade your listing already to a level 1 or level 2, you can update your images and do all that. We do have the basic listing, which everybody gets, which is the company profile, product categories, and booth number. One key thing to remember this year is our product categories changed a little bit. So you need to make sure you go in there and update those. They don't just transfer over. You need to make sure you stay on top of that. One thing we kind of noticed with these upgraded listings is people purchase them and they don't always take full advantage of them. So one big thing I just want to say why this is such a good thing just to even do the level 1 is if you look at that data right there, 124 average leads with a basic, but 415 average leads per upgraded profile. I mean, it gives you a great way to showcase your products. And then the more you put on there, if they click the plus sign, you get them as a lead. It's a legit, real report that has contact information, their company name, and their email. So I can't speak highly enough about doing at least a level 1 or a level 2. And really with the level 2 over the level 1 is you just get more images and then you appear more toward the top of the search results. But this is something that I think every exhibitor should do. It gives you the ability to access those leads and showcase what you're doing and put your best foot forward. Next slide, Iris.
I'm going to talk about Exhibitor Reg. As we said, it looks like right now Exhibitor Reg will be available in July, and that's where you're going to be able to register your booth staff as well as purchase big bash tickets. For every 100 square feet, your company receives 1 booth staff badge. For ISSA members, you'll receive 2 additional booth staff badges. And for those that have upgraded to our ISSA's elite membership, the industry partner, you'll receive 5 additional booth staff badges. The primary contact will receive the information about accessing Exhibitor Reg. Additional booth staff badges are $75 per person. The all access pass for booth staff would be $100. So that's also available in Exhibitor Registration. And then the guest program. So we, of course, are going to be updating you on everything, but we know that this is a very useful tool to send to your customers and prospects to invite them to attend the show for free with an expo only pass. So you'll also get a discount for your customers to purchase the All Access Pass as well. I'm going to continue on with John now for sponsorships and advertising.
Perfect. And one thing I wanted to add, guys, on your primary contact, we just saw this happen a little bit last year. If you change the person, make sure it's the person that kind of checks the stuff the most, because we do send out a lot of information. And even if that person might not be the ultimate decision maker, whether they buy these sponsorships or do other things, like it's just more like that person making sure they're seeing everything. So just make sure that that person is the contact you put in there. So, and now on to the fun stuff. So kind of how we broke this out on this is we did kind of one of each of these things. So we show a digital offering, a print, an education, an event, our big event, an on-site signage, and then some other on-site branding as well. Digital advertising. All right. So monthly innovation insight newsletter. This was a new product that we started last year. It did really, really well. I didn't hear many complaints about it, so that's great. And it basically goes to 50,000 distributor, contractor, facility service provider. We've already sold some of these, which we're already super excited about. We're going to start releasing these in April. So it runs April all the way post-show. So we do in October, then one in November for the show, and then a post-show one as well. So as you can see right there, we have a featured product spotlight, an upgraded product spotlight. We have 2 of those, and then we have 6 standard product listings. The great thing about this product is don't get confused by the title. It doesn't have to be the newest and latest, greatest thing. It just has to be a product you want to present. It can link to a video. And then if they click on the image or click on the more info, you do get the actual lead report of this company as well, of the person who clicked on your offering. And then you get a list of that. And we can send that to you post-show. Also, you get it live. Isn't it 2 weeks, Iris, post the send usually?
Yeah, so it's actually a week later, you'll get all of the leads, and we constantly send leads weekly up to 3 months after the newsletter is sent out. So it's one of the only newsletters that we offer where you would receive leads. So it's a really good product, and the specs in here are being updated right now. So they're going to be slightly different than the ones in here, but it's a really good product for those that want to promote a product.
And as I mentioned there, we already have sold some, so these go pretty quick. So if you're interested, please reach out to Iris, myself, or Elias, or the sales inbox. All right, now this is our newest offering. It's called the What's Hot. There'll be a digital and a print version of this. And basically it's a guide. We say 49 available. If we sell more than 50, we will sell more. But kind of the great piece about this is we're going to release an email 2 weeks before the show, and then one prior to the show. And then we're going to do social media promotion, and we'll also distribute with the show guide as well. And then next slide will show you kind of what it looks like. So what you're seeing right here is basically, now it'll have our look to it, our ISSA feel. But as you can see, you get the logo, company name, the contact who's going to answer these questions, booth number, website, all that. And kind of the questions that we took are things that we feel are important that the audience wants to know, and also that we want your guys' expertise and knowledge on. So it's, please explain how your company addresses current market needs and how you stand out from your competition. How's your company weather supply chain issues? We know that's been a huge deal over the past 2 years. What industry trends do you guys see happening? And then what can visitors expect to see when they stop by your booth? So it's just a great exposure point for us doing it digitally and print, and the multiple release points of it. So Iris, I'll let you chime in on anything else you want to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, there is no other opportunity like this out there in our industry that really is focused on these, big questions that is, on everyone's mind. And, the idea is that we want, people to go back to review this information, months after the show ends as well. So people can get a good idea and feel for what your company is about and what you feel is the future of our industry. So it's exciting. This piece is going to be really exciting.
All right. So Iris kind of mentioned this earlier in one of her other sites, but we do offer these thought leadership sessions on the show floor. We actually have a couple more available this year because we have a sustainability hub that we're doing some in. So we have our Solve for X Theater, our facility solutions, and then our sustainability hub where these will take place. So basically, it's $4,000. It's a 30-minute session. You can distribute any branding material you want. The setup you're seeing in that picture is pretty similar to how it will be. And kind of the nice thing about these sessions is really you kind of have the autonomy to do what you want with it. We just really do not want it to be a product pitch. That is about all the limitation you have. So we want to hear your knowledge. We want you guys to speak. If you have something great to offer, this is a great way to get your message out there. It's on the show floor when the people are walking around. They do get some good attendance. So I highly recommend doing this if you think you got a topic that's worth presenting. The Big Bash event, as Iris mentioned, it is our 100th anniversary. It is the Big Bash. That's what we're calling it. It is at Hakkasan nightclub at the MGM Hotel. I don't know if any of you guys have been there. It is pretty awesome. I've been multiple times. It's a great place to throw a party. We have different packages within the Big Bash. So we have our Centennial, which we already sold. We have a Legacy title, 100,000, a Diamond, a 50,000. Big Bash A, 25, Big Bash B, 15, and Big Bash C. There's all different bullet points within it. So if you want to ask us specific questions, it'd be best to email us and we can go through that. But kind of generally the thought process is to take, if a lot of you are interested in package B or C, B would get you to that silver level sponsor and C would get you to the bronze. The great part about this is that's where we get passes for it. As you can see, the ticket price there. So if you have any questions or details, this is more of a sponsorship that is good for us to hop on a call with you and talk about. But this is going to be an amazing event. I know our Iris and our show director, Amy and Pam, all of them have been working tirelessly on this. It's going to be something that's going to be great and an awesome thing to be a part of. All right. So as Iris mentioned, the Mandalay Bay, like Ninth Biz Convention Center, and kind of the great part about where we're at is the ability to put these wraps on columns outside the hall. There's great visibility in the lobby space. So one thing we're offering this year, and the nice thing is they kind of redid their lobby and did some stuff. So you can put up these columns like you're seeing in the picture there. It's $5,500 per column or $20,000 for the set. And really like the visibility, you can't get much better. I think that's my favorite thing about this venue is the on-site signage is unbelievably able to pop here. And these columns will bring that out for sure. So this is one of the great offerings that there are multiple columns, like as you said, there's 12 columns. So these are free game for anybody on this call or any of our exhibitors. So feel free to go for it and we're happy to help you. This is a sponsorship, also the Mirror Clings. This is very popular. We've had it done in the past. It is open to anybody right now as well. We do have two options. Iris mentioned the trade show floor. You can do it in the lobby in the reg area as well. I think personally, Iris agrees with me. I think the trade show floor is the better option. It's a $20,000 investment, but the exposure and the graphics and the restrooms you get is tremendous. I mean, people can't miss these. It's a great way to get your messaging out there and get your brand out there. So I don't know if Iris, you know better about this than me, so I'll let you talk on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, everyone needs to go to the restroom, and when they do, they'll see your branded message. So it's definitely a great exposure opportunity.
All right. And then probably the one I think that's near and dear to me and Iris's heart that we like to promote is the innovation program. This is kind of, in my opinion, the best value you can get for our sponsorship on the show. This show is based off being innovative and bringing new products to the market. And we want to continue that with our program going on 14th year, right, Iris?
14th, yeah.
14th year. So just so we're clarified, this is something that we didn't explain probably earlier on last year than we should have. So we want to make sure we do a better job this year. So we have the Innovation of the Year Award winner and the honorees. And then we have the new Sustainability Award. I shouldn't say new, but newer. It started last year. And then we have the Choice Awards, which is Distributor Choice, Residential Cleaning Choice, Manufacturer Rep Choice, and then Facility Provider Choice. And then as you see that cost point of $6,000 right there. And then this is why I think this is the best value you can get, is the exposure and the value and all the things you get with it. So basically you get to display your product as you're seeing with these pictures here on the pedestal, how you need to do it. So we give you that. We shortened the presentation. 15 minutes is a long time to talk. So we made a 10-minute time slot, which is great that you can present, and we will assign those times to you. You get a floor graphic in front of your booth, letting everyone know you're an innovation participant. You get a pre-show interview displayed on our website, ISSAshow.com. You're featured in the print and show guide. We say that you need a person there working, but not all the time, but we would like that some. Extensive media exposure. We are working on this innovation success kit that I know Leah and Iris and our team are currently working on to help you guys succeed and get the most out of your innovation industry. And like I said, we promote this very heavily throughout all our publications, pre and post show and all that. So it's a really great program, and I'll let Iris chime in with her 2 cents here.
No, John, you did a great job. And for many of you on this call, you have submitted products in past years, and we're super excited to bring it to Las Vegas this year. So hopefully you guys are thinking already of what product you want to submit.
Iris, quick question for you. Since you were at the Mandalay Bay just a couple months ago, for the mirror clings, how many mirrors would you say were there, give or take?
So most of the restrooms have one large big mirror. So typically we would put a mirror cling above where the sink is. So if there's 7 sinks in the restroom on one side, we would put 7 clings. Any other questions?
That's the only question right now. Thank you.
Perfect. There is one thing that I did not put in this slide, but it's always on my mind and probably on yours, which is eating and food, and where am I going to go for lunch, and how is my staff going to be fed? And so I just wanted to share with you that Mandalay Bay has a food court right in front of the entrance of the trade show floor. So the food court has about 7 or 8 different food vendors. They have a Subway, a pizza place, an Asian place. I think one is like a sandwich place. So there's lots of options for you. And if you wanted to do some sort of sit down that's somewhere close, but a nicer venue, there are numerous restaurants of all price levels that you can access in a 3-minute walk from the trade show floor. There's Border Grill, there's an Asian restaurant, a more of like a New York deli type restaurant. I mean, there's a lot of different options for you and your team. So, you know, I know in past years that has always been a concern. So I just wanted to address it now. And of course, we can answer any questions. There's going to be catering available if you wanted to have some, you know, catered food come to your booth for your staff, but catering will be in the exhibitor service manual when it comes out towards the end of May, June. All right, I'm going to continue now to talk about our ISSA Show Global portfolio of events. And just so you know, ISSA Show North America is the premier international event, but we have others that are in our portfolio. And I wanted to mention, you know, kind of in chronological order, our next show is actually in China at the end of March, called China Clean Expo. There's over 250 exhibitors. They're looking, you know, to have over, in the entire show, there'll be over 100,000 attendees. It is, China Clean Expo is part of Hotel Plus show. So people go there not just for cleaning, but also for everything related to the hospitality industry. It's a very well attended event. It's a very established event. It's been going on for years. So if you have partners in China, or if you do want to have representation there, we are still receiving exhibit applications for the event at the end of March. The next one is going to be the ISSA PULIRE show, which will take place May 9th through the 11th. This show has been around for 26 years. It has been located in Verona, Italy, and this year we have moved it to Milan. We're expected over 330 exhibitors, about 13,000 attendees. It is a combination of Italian attendees as well as international. So this year, more than ever, it's going to be more of an international show. ISSA will have obviously a booth there. We are still looking for exhibitors. We are co-located with this hospitality industry event called Tutto Foods. This is a big food show in Italy with 2,000 or 3,000 exhibitors and 80,000 attendees. So all of their attendees can visit the ISSA PULIRE show. So that's a new feature to bring in more attendees. We are having a pest control or pest management pavilion this year, which is new. It's actually sold out. We are doing a hackathon this year, and the topic is smart facility cleaning connected to the future. This is where teams of college students come up with these really cool concepts, future related concepts that they present, and then there's ultimately a winner. We do the product of the year award as well at this show, and then there'll also be a PULIRE lab, which it's the ISSA PULIRE lab, which is actually the education theater on the show floor. I put in here who's already been registered for the show, that, you know, key industry leaders. There's a whole list of all the exhibitors on the website. And I put in the exhibit rates here. So if you're looking to just try this out, I mean, you can definitely get a space for less than $5,000 US. So I'm just going to swing back to the slide. So ISSA PULIRE is in May. And then the following month, we're going to be having the ISSA Show Canada, which is really exciting. We've expanded the floor plan. It's June 14th and 15th. It's in Toronto, Canada. We're going to have some thought leadership sessions, more education than we've ever had in past years. And this is a growing event. We've had a couple of thousand attendees come, and we are still looking for exhibitors as well. So if you have an interest, contact me and I will get you in touch with our right contacts in Canada. And then finally, at the end of the year, the ISSA cleaning the Cleaning and Hygiene Expo will take place in Australia, November 1st and 2nd in Melbourne. So this event also is expanded. We had 80 exhibitors this year, or last year in 22. We're expecting over 100 in 23. This is for the Australia, New Zealand marketplace. We have typically about 3,000 attendees that come to this show. And we have a lot of, like I said, we're expanding our education on the show floor. So we're really excited, and we're also looking for exhibitors as well for this event. So just reach out to me for any of these other international shows if you have an interest. All right. So the last and final thing is ISSA on the scene. What this means is that ISSA and ISSA show team will be represented at a variety of different events this spring. So I just wanted you guys to know where we're going to be, and one of the team members, either on this webinar or, you know, in our respective offices, will be attending any one of these events. Come say hello to us. Let us know that you're also going to be there, and we would love to get together with you. So our next one in March is going to be RIFMA, Restaurant Facility Maintenance Association, and the ISSA Show China. So now we have concluded with a majority of our webinar. Now it's up to you. What questions do you guys have for us?
So Iris, I'll give them some time to send any. We have been answering them throughout the webinar. The one I do have right now for you is, do ISSA USA members get discounts exhibiting at other country shows?
Yes, if you exhibit at any of our international shows, we do have member and non-member exhibit pricing. So typically you're saving anywhere from 20 to 30% by being an ISSA member.
So that's the only one for now. I know I will wait because usually when you ask, there always will be another one that comes in.
Well, while we wait for the next one to come in, I just want to share with everyone, our sales team, we started doing this last year. We just wanted to show some of the important people and animals in our life so you get to know us a little bit better. So Bronco is Elias's dog, and Chunk is one of our family hamsters. And then George is John's nephew. So we'll start putting some different pictures up here, but we just wanted to share a little bit of us, since we have been working with you guys for so long, and we really appreciate your participation and your trust in us, that that you're going to have a very successful experience. Any other couple questions?
Yes, this was a perfect slide just to build time for that. When will the additional hotels be added to that block?
We're looking 1 to 2 weeks, but we will send out a special message to all primary contacts, letting you know when you can go in and to view those additional hotels.
Okay,
And then
perfect.
Stuart loves chunk tires. So
what was this?
Stuart loves chunk.
But that's all the questions we have for now, Iris.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. We will make sure to send you an update at middle of March on our next webinar. And please contact us, sales@isssashow.com, or email us individually. We're really excited to work with you this year. Have a good week.
And then one other thing, this is being recorded. So if you had to log off or if you need to check anything, we'll be sending out an email after this. I will send it from Map Your Show. And then we'll also post it in the portal. So there was a tile in there that when Jordan was presenting, that's where those will go. So just so you guys know, if you want to catch back or recap anything.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your
guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
See you on Hawkinson.